It's okay for you to be disappointed. You should be disappointed. It's okay for you to be frustrated. You should be frustrated. It's okay for you to be upset. You should be upset. When you make the type of sacrifice that you guys make on a daily basis, and you come up a little bit short with what you had aimed for, you're going to be upset, and that's okay. But here's the real question: what are you going to do with that feeling that you have right now? That upset feeling, that frustration. What are you going to do with that? So you have to realize that game is now over. There's nothing you can do to change the result of the game that you just played. It is in the rearview mirror. It is in the past. It is absolutely unchangeable. All that matters now is what you choose to do moving forward. The next time you get together, you guys need to figure out, why did you come up short? Why did you lose? I'm not asking you that now. I want each and every one of you to give some thought to that. Did they outwork you? Did they out-tough you? Did they outsmart you? Did they outplay you? That's something you guys need to figure out. But even more importantly, every single one of you needs to ask yourself, how are you complicit, or how did you contribute to not getting the result that you wanted? That includes the guys that didn't play tonight. Ask yourself, how did you contribute, or how were you complicit in not getting the result you want? See, that's what winners do. That's what champions do. They don't blame, complain, and make excuses. They look internally and say, what could I have done differently? See, a loss is actually a good thing. If you guys pull a lesson from this and you don't repeat that same mistake again, then you're going to get better results in the future. So you have to ask yourself, what is the lesson that we can learn from this? And then you need to just flush it and you need to move on. You've got to move on to the next play. You've got to move on to the next practice. You've got to ask yourself, next time you're in a situation like this, what can you do to get a different outcome? But another question you have to ask is, did you really believe that you were going to win that game? Each and every one of you. When it got tight, there was only a couple of minutes left, you were down a few points after being up for most of the game. Did you actually believe you were going to win? And I'm not asking you that. That's a question that you have to ask yourself. And if you want to earn the right to believe that you win close games, you do that during practice. You do that during film study. You do that during workouts. You earn the right to win close games by what you do on a daily basis. You earn the right to win games by what you do in practice. You can't be the type of team that just shows up on Tuesday and Friday and expect to win close games. You have to do that in practice. And you have to pick each other up and you have to support each other. Every night, somebody's going to be on, somebody's going to be a little bit off. So now moving forward, it's just a matter of how much you guys learn to play together, how hard, smart, and consistent you can do the little things. And what is your response going to be? If you guys are truly champions and winners, if you practice tomorrow will be the best practice that you've had this season. By far. I expect to get a text from him and say, oh my gosh, I don't know what just happened to our guys. This is the hardest they have ever practiced. It's the most enthusiasm they've ever had in practice. They got after it like it was a Game 7 of the NBA Finals. That's how you need to respond. If you come into practice tomorrow with pouty faces and bad body language and go through the motions, then that type of result will continue to happen. You have a lot to be proud of, so take the good things that you did tonight and double down on those and do more of those. Take the things that you didn't do so well tonight and try not to repeat those. And I say that with a smile because I know that's very obvious, but I see a lot of very mediocre teams continue to repeat the same mistakes that get them in trouble. Don't be that good. So all you need to do is systematically, incrementally, progressively get just a little bit better every single day. And if you do that, you will be playing your best basketball when the playoffs start, which is the entire point of the season. So you can't afford to take a step backwards every day in practice or in film session. So can you guys make the commitment that he's going to text me tomorrow afternoon and say this is the best practice that you guys have ever had? Don't worry about where you are right now. Worry about the direction that you're headed and just make sure that direction is forward and that direction is up. Cool? All right. Thanks, guys.